everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. So you guys are not going to believe what kind of a week I've had. I've had not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 rejection emails, okay? 5. That's unprecedented. And that's not even like the worst part. I guess that is the worst part, but there's like icing and cherries of just badness. Not only that, but I have to go and spend $450 this week on the damn dogs because they're sick. And my dog, she's got like diarrhea, something's going on. And then first thing on Monday morning, our son wakes up, vomit all over his face. I'm like, what is going on this week? I was so excited for the week. I was ready to go. And I'm like, this is awful. Then the dogs get diarrhea. I get all these rejection emails. And then we find out that it is a stomach bug and my daughter gets it. Then my wife gets it. So here we are, Thursday. It is just after 8 p.m. and there is a silver lining. This morning, I got a confirmation email that I have an interview tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. So I am working my ass off because this just kind of sprung up in a way, and I need to get my act together, figure all this stuff out, and pray to the good Lord Jesus that I am not going to get the stomach virus. One of Melanie's friends told her that grape juice saved her 2 separate times, and you know what? I've already gotten it like less than 4 months ago, and I got COVID and all those other things. And the last time that I was interviewing, I was basically dying from COVID. So bottoms up. She said it messes with the acidity in your stomach and it changes the pH levels. I'm hoping it's accurate because I don't have time to be dealing with this bug. But I'm gonna throw you guys up over my shoulder. You guys can watch me do some study and I'll overlay some stuff, I guess a voice or whatever while I'm doing that in a little bit. But after all of this is said and done, I will let you guys know how the interview goes tomorrow morning. But until then, I'm going to work.
All right, guys, what you're watching me work on in this side profile that's got me looking like Toucan Sam is my business profile. What I'm trying to do is create the best kind of 30, 60, 90. I even go out to the 12 months so that they really get a feel for the type of person that I am, how I'm going to work, and this really kind of separates you from everybody else. So I highly suggest you guys always make one of these for at least your top options.
Whoa. My goodness. That was a 70-minute long interview. Multiple questions, but it went well. I am starving. It's like 11:45 now. We went over my business plan. I did not record this one. Trying to take things a little bit more seriously as the timeline continues to tick down. That one right there. So really appreciate the support that you guys have been given. This is a ridiculous journey, but I feel like the interview went really well. He was happy that I closed him. We ran through my business plan, BRAGBOOK, like in the last 10 minutes. We had to like kind of rush through it because the questions that they were asking me, they really liked like my answers. They really intrigued them, and they would ask more questions in regards to my answers. And so it just went really well, and the opportunity seems to be like fantastic. The pipeline is just unbelievable. So I am going to relax for a few minutes, let my brain just chill because I've been on since yesterday, as you guys saw, and that's what you got to do. But yeah, feeling really good about this one, but cannot take the foot off the gas pedal. I already got something else lined up, so this is gonna be great. I'm excited, and yeah, this is cool. All right, what a interesting and outrageously long week. I'm not gonna lie about that. It was really long. As you guys saw earlier, 5 rejections. Wild. I'm not feeling terrible about that. Every single one of those opportunities was a small, like Series A tech firm, and I'm shooting my shot. I don't belong there. I don't have the experience to be there. So I'm doing what I can to get in. But actually, I lied. One of those was a biotech company that I found and just sent my information to them in regards to future opportunities. So imagine that. I got rejected from future opportunities. Not even like an opportunity right now, like the future. So that was kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't necessarily know how many people out there have the type of experience that I have launching the kind of drug that I have, and they are in the process of trying to develop that, and they didn't even want to just hold my information until then, but whatever. Then on top of those rejections, the stomach bug that rolled through the house. Luckily for me, I'm still rolling strong. Got to go drink some more grape juice. I'm hoping that that's actually working, because that is like 40 grams of sugar for every cup I drink. That's ridiculous. I don't drink my sugar. So like, if I'm going to eat or like have sugar, I would rather eat like a piece of candy, and I don't even really eat that much candy, but I digress. That's completely different. The interview, phenomenal. I feel like it really went well. I did everything that I could to like the best of my capabilities. They loved my presentation, even though I only got like 5 minutes to go through it, but I sent it as a pre-read. And at the very beginning, both those managers said, "Hey, we really appreciate that you sent this out. We were able to look through it and it looked very well put together." All this stuff. So like, automatically already starting the interview off like on a proper note. Okay, proper. That was awesome. Then I was sitting here, stressing out, worrying that I am going to be, questioned on the product, which I shouldn't necessarily worry about that so much, because you're kind of a douche of a manager if you really are going to like harp on the product, especially in this very first interview, and asking me questions about a disease state that I'm not really already versed in. But I did my best to really understand the product, and I put that within the business plan too. I showed them how the two products that I would be working with at this company, how it correlates to what I'm already doing. And those little touches right there did really well. They like that too, because of the fact that this isn't going to be like a new kind of sell for me, in the sense of the types of hurdles that I'm going to have to go over. I already understand those hurdles. This would be very different and interesting for somebody that hasn't had the experience that I already have. So I really touched on those pieces. The networking that I did with the San Antonio rep, she let me know of different other pieces to touch on, such as like my relationships, my access, my hospital access, all these other things. So I definitely touched on all of that. But what was wild was I only had one situational question. When I answered that question, it actually led to more dialogue within the question, and both of the managers wanted to know more about it. So it felt good that obviously my answers are honest and they are experiences that I had. And had it been a lie, I don't know, with those questions that they were asking, how you would kind of work your way through that. But because this is genuinely like my experiences, so this is me kind of telling you guys, like, if you're gonna lie, be careful, because this has only happened like one other time for me, where they start digging deeper on the experience that you just talked about. And I mean, they went in. We spent probably 20 minutes of that interview just going over this one question and scenario that I went into, and they were really intrigued by how I handled the situation, what was the outcome, what I was doing. My market's extremely strange. I deal a lot with Texas oncology, and they're a whole different animal in the first place. And just the fact that I was able to talk about those pieces, talk about my experience, how I handled the question, how I handled the circumstances within the question that they asked, and then divulging even deeper into those things. It was really fun. Like, it was one of those kind of interviews where it was very conversational both ways. I wasn't the one doing all of the talking. I asked really good questions where both of them had some really open-ended responses. And like I'm saying, it went really well. I honestly think that I should 100% get to like the next round. I don't see why I wouldn't. But what sucks is now it's the waiting game again. Like, I'm going to have to wait. They told me probably won't hear anything until mid to late next week, and even a possibility that I don't hear anything then until the following Monday. So we're looking at like a full week to even a full week, a weekend before I hear if I have another opportunity, which is why I will not take my foot off the gas pedal this week. Regardless of everything that has been going on, I've still been hard at it, been networking with multiple people, and I actually found an opportunity that just opened up immediately that morning. Like, I started messaging people, found the rep in Austin that is actually leaving, and turns out that this is actually a really great opportunity according to them, and a couple of other people that I did get to talk to all agreed. But according to them, the only reason that they're leaving, which is great, is the fact that their company that they left in the first place downsized, let her go. She had this opportunity. She's been there for about 9 months, has really enjoyed the opportunity. A rep, the Dallas rep, got promoted at the other company, and that manager called her back specifically saying, we didn't want to lose you in the first place. We want you back. We're going to give you a better package to get you to come back, because we know that she's not the kind of person that hops around. So she felt terrible being somewhere that she already enjoyed, but they offered her a really great package. And so this opened up the opportunity. I asked her then a lot about the role, different pieces, and she gave my information to the partnering rep, and I'm the first person to have reached out to either one of them. So that's really good. Like, I'm excited about that because the opportunity does look like a really good opportunity, and the territory is as large as what I currently have. So kind of a double-edged sword. The interview that I just had today is for a much smaller territory, literally just like the Austin market, and then the territory for this other role that I haven't started the process with, but I am already creating those relationships, is the territory that I have now. And I really like the idea of a larger territory, but I really like the pipeline and everything that this other opportunity has to offer. So again, this is all just speculation of where I'm going to land, but at least things are finally starting to come into place. And what's the other thing I wrote down over here? I also am still in the process with that tech company, and I was able to connect with the head of people, and I sent them a message. Like, this is me really shooting my shot at this point, because I don't know, like, I feel like I have the experience that they're looking for, but at the same time I don't have the tech side, but I do have the hospital experience and the relationships within this like area, and understanding like the patient mindset and stuff like that, compared to like regular tech reps that are selling SaaS that haven't worked this space, so they don't understand the struggles that these first line workers are dealing with. And I do understand it. So I feel like I definitely have a solid shot here. But like they said, it was going to take, like they said, 1 to 2 weeks. We are now officially a week and a half in. I still haven't heard anything, but that head of people, which would be the next interview, did accept me. I was able to like concoct some good message to send them on LinkedIn that really kind of walked hand in hand with like the situation, and I'm hoping that still leads to another interview, because the role that I just interviewed for now, I'm sorry, I'm like hopping all over the place, but the role that I just interviewed for today, they let me know that the process is going to be 2 more interviews, and they're hoping to have an offer out by the first or second week of August, which then has a start date for September. So I mean, this opportunity is really extending that time frame of the amount of days that I have left. Like, it is really pushing it toward the very end of that time frame. So that allows me to still obviously keep my foot on the gas pedal and really push for this tech opportunity, start the process with this other one, and really when it comes to like oncology roles, that's it right now. I'm trying to get into processes within medical device again. As I told you guys before, one of them fell through. I've applied for a couple of other ones through referrals, still waiting for those processes to even start. And then I have another oncology opportunity where the manager right now is on vacation, but my vacation is going to start here as soon as I finish up this video and go pick up my kids. And we are then going to, I guess, hang out, play, watch a movie, and I got to get them down because then we haven't even packed or anything. Like, this has been a hell of a week. So I'm excited. I'm back on the uptrend of the roller coaster and feeling good. The excitement's getting back. I was definitely at a low like the last couple of weeks, I would say. And that's just me being fully transparent. Like, this is not a fun time. It is so hard to just get to relax and enjoy, obviously, the less amount of work and responsibilities that I have right now. But that's just idle hands for me is not exciting unless like I purposely gave myself those idle hands, like going on a vacation. But going on this vacation, I still have idle hands because I technically don't have a job yet. But I am going to do my very best to completely put all of that behind me from starting tomorrow, Saturday, until Thursday when we get back. Like, I don't want to think about anything. I will be checking like my email and messages and stuff just in case, because obviously I still have my foot on the pedal and there are other opportunities that might arise, and I know that I'm going to get scheduled for an interview, not an interview, a introductory phone call with a partner rep that would be for this other opportunity. And I do have another tech opportunity that our interview got delayed and they're going to reschedule for next week. So I will do those interviews while I'm on vacation, but that's really like all I'm going to kind of think about. I'm going to kind of just isolate it to maybe a couple hours a day, maybe like during nap times or something. I don't know, but for sure, still keeping my foot on the gas pedal, but going to enjoy like, you know, a Mai Tai. I don't even know what a Mai Tai is. I don't know. Some kind of fruit to drink. I mean, we're going to be in Florida, right? You're going to be chilling on the beach. You're going to be hanging out, you know? So I'll definitely, I don't know, some kind of drink. I'm more of a, I guess a rum. I guess a Mai Tai is a rum drink. I don't know. I'm not big on fruity drinks, so I don't know. Rum and Coke. I don't know. But hopefully you guys are understanding the struggles that I'm going through, feeling them, and I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. This is not a fun journey, but I am learning a lot, and that also makes it a lot harder because you then, like, as you guys saw earlier in the video, like, you're focusing on trying to learn all this product so that you can have a solid interview. And I'm going to have to keep this information like in my mind as this interview process continues. And then as I start other interview processes, then I'm going to have to start learning those products as well. And like I said, you're an asshole of a manager if you're going to question like a new person on what the product is beyond just like what the product is, the pipeline, and a couple of pieces within it. So I don't necessarily expect to have to like really focus too much into it, but you got to do your research anyway, because I want to know if that's a product that's really going to get me out of bed and, you know, tickle my fancy to go do my job. Because if it's not, then I'm really just finding, I guess, like a placeholder until I find what I'm looking for, and that's not what I want to do. So yeah, it's just interesting. It's been an interesting situation, and I was realizing today that I haven't been putting like my best foot forward because I hadn't done like what I did, this business plan I didn't get to do for the other interviews that I was in, and that was because they really kind of ran me like right into them like immediately, and I didn't have time. But you know what, like, I should have made time, because that could have really differentiated myself from the reps that have the experience, because the managers don't get to see this side of me, you know, the side of all of the things that I did, all of the, like the background and the pieces of what I put together to show them how I'm going to be successful. So I made sure to do that this time, and I'm going to make sure to do that every time. But as you guys, the people that have like bought my BRAGBOOK, like if you copied it, great and stuff, but you're gonna have to understand that the problem is you're almost having to revamp it for every single company, which is why I don't do cover letters, because one, they're way too old school. I don't give a shit about a cover letter. And if you do care about a cover letter, then I probably don't want to work for you in the first place, because that's just dumb. Cover letters are completely just outdated and stupid. Just go look at the person's LinkedIn profile. I don't know. I think cover letters are dumb, so I don't do them because of that specific reason. You really got to cater it to the company that you're trying to apply for. And I, like most people, I'm sure, have Apple products, and I don't have Microsoft Word. So I don't know. It's just such an issue. So I don't know if that's hurting me or not, but whatever. If you guys do cover letters, I guess let me know in the comments that I'm stupid for not using cover letters. I don't know. I'm not old. I think cover letters are stupid. Okay, I think I've said that too many times now. But that is what I'm going to start doing. Like, I'm going to make sure that I at least update my strategy for each of these companies so that they see this, because it's those pieces right there that I swear are why I've earned roles that I shouldn't have earned before. And they loved it. They really were happy to see that. And the last slide on my little piece is a slide of me and my family and my hobbies and the things that I like to do. And when I was closing this interview and I walked through that presentation, by walk, I mean, I sprinted because we had 5 minutes left, and I just wanted to make sure that they understood what it was that I sent, why I sent it, what it was that was all in there. And when I got to my slide, I let them know, this is how I separate myself from the sea of sameness. I want you guys, I felt like this interview went really great, but I want you guys to also know the not business side of me, and this is who I am. Here's my family, these are my interests, and I walked through them really quickly and just let them know a little bit more about me. And then they immediately opened up and said, oh, I've got 3 boys and this and that. This is what we're doing this weekend. And that really kind of changes who you are in their eyes, especially if things are going well. Not only did you have a fantastic interview, but you also created a persona for them, and that's how they remember you for the next time. I know for a fact they told me they had 9 applicants that they moved into this phase that they did interviews with. So I am competing with 8 other people. So I have to create a persona that they are going to remember over somebody else. And they told me that all of the applicants are highly qualified, this and that. So I'm really having to do what I can to differentiate myself from them. I don't know if anybody else, sent them a pre-work thing like I did. I don't know. If they did, hopefully I put in more effort than that person did, and hopefully they didn't have a personalized slide like I do, unless they watch my channel and have bought my stuff, and then they already know that. But I don't really know of, late 40s to early 50-year-olds that are watching my stuff and, competing against me in oncology. That's just interesting. I feel like people that are that age, they already have so much experience that literally they just kind of drop their experience book and they're like, so when do you hire me? I can't wait till I'm there. I can't wait till I got that 15 years of just solid rock starness within one division or something. But until then, I gotta do what it is that I'm doing, and you guys gotta do it too. This is how you compete and differentiate yourself so that you can earn that job over somebody else. But I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, going on vacation. I'm gonna detox, come back next week, even stronger, even better. The only problem is that in my head, I know that I'm probably not gonna hear anything until the end of the week, but I guess it's kind of nice too, because I'm not gonna be back until literally almost midnight on Thursday. So Friday, when I start my day, it's bam, now I can start caring again. So until then, I'm gonna drink, eat, be merry, go be with family. We're going staying at a resort that I've never stayed at. It's called the Grand Pelican Beach Resort. So I'm excited about that. I always try, especially now that I have kids, I would rather pay more money to have more amenities around me, such as food and beverage service at the beach and at the pool. Well, I guess I should have said it the other way, because every place really does beverage service at the pool, but not every place does it at the beach. And so you got to make your life easy. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for you guys to watch this whole video, the next video, and everything else. If you haven't already, thank you guys so much for, tuning in all the way up until right now. Subscribe if you haven't already. What are you doing? How are you watching my videos all the way to this point and not subscribing already? So make sure that you hit, the subscribe button, share this with your friends. I don't know. Just thank you guys. I really appreciate it.